Hey guys, as I film this is Sunday, December 2nd, 2018. Redsfest 2018 wrapped up yesterday, Saturday, December 1st. It was a two-day event. Friday, November 30th, Saturday, December 1st is a great fan festival for Cincinnati Reds fans and for baseball fans in general. They gather in Cincinnati at the Duke Energy Center. They have former players, current players, minor leaguers there. You can get their autographs, get your pictures with them. It's just a fun event. Lots of exhibits and cool things to check out. So if you're a die-hard Reds fan or just a baseball fan in general, I highly recommend you go and check out Reds Fest. I talked to a couple other fans who do not root for the Reds necessarily. They're from out of town, and they say that Reds Fest by far to them is the best team fest of all time. And yeah, so that's high praise for the Reds because they do an excellent job knocking it out of the park every single year. This year was no different. And in this video, I'm going to recap everything I got at Reds Fest and kind of tell you about some of the stories and stuff that happened to me at Reds Fest. So hope you enjoy. But before I get to that, I just want to give you a huge thank you to all the people who came up to me and told me they like my videos, they like my website. They check out my channel and they watch it and stuff. I really, truly appreciate that. You had no idea how much that meant to me to have you guys come up and tell me that stuff. And yeah, it just meant a lot. And just knowing that there's actually an audience out there who actually likes my stuff, it's very encouraging. And I really appreciate that. So thank you for coming up and letting me know all that stuff. And yeah, I'm planning on going to Reds Fest again in 2019. So if you see me again, come say hi. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. And if I see you, I'll say hi back to you. If I met you this past year at Reds Fest, I remember you next year. And I do want to give two very special shout outs to two of my buddies on Twitter who also check out my stuff. The first one is to at STHhead2002. Great guy. He has an awesome bobblehead collection. He goes out for like every bobblehead the Reds come out with. He has it in his collection pretty much. Very cool dude. And he hooked me up with the final two cards I needed for my Reds National Baseball Card Day team set. I managed to get all of them except for Billy Hamilton and Scott Schebler, and he came through and he gave these to me at Reds Fest. So here's what they look like. Here's Billy Hamilton right there. See his card. And it was very kind of weird because the Reds actually announced their parting ways with Billy Hamilton that very day, like an hour into Reds Fest on Friday. And then the other card was Scott Schebler right there. So yeah, very cool. Thank you again, STHhead2002, and for hooking me up with these last two cards I needed. And I gotta give another shout out to another buddy of mine on Twitter, Red Saint 63, aka Mr. Rogers 2.0. He is another diehard Reds fan like myself, like STHhead2002, and he's in the bobbleheads, autographs, and he actually hooked me up with an Eugenio Suarez Los Rojos bobblehead. This was given out this past season. I did not go to the game. But he went, he had an extra, and met up with me. He met up with me on Friday. We were talking a little bit, and he asked if I was going to come up on Saturday, and he said he wanted to give me a bobblehead of the Suarez Rojos bobblehead that the Reds gave out. So gave it to me. So here's what it looks like right there. You see he's in the Los Rojos jersey right there. But yeah, very cool bobblehead. Another cool one for the collection. So again, thank you very much, Red Saint 63, for hooking me up with that awesome bobblehead. I'm going to have an unboxing video for it, so make sure you check that out. And give Red Saint 63 a follow on Twitter. Great guy. So yeah, thank you again, STHhead2002 for the cards, Red Saint 63 for the bobblehead. Links to their Twitter accounts are in the description below. Go give them a follow. Thanks for being great Twitter accounts, awesome people, good friends. And yeah, hope to see you at some other Reds games and other sporting events later down the road in the future. And yeah, so that was my shout-outs, my thank you to everybody who came and saw me. And let's get out to some of the stuff I got for free from Reds Fest. I will start with this spring training swag bag. It was a Red spring training booth. It says Spring Training Reds, Goodyear, Arizona, plain in red. It's got some cool stuff in here, actually. So inside is a Spring Training Reds phone wallet. You put that on the back of your phone. The Reds spring training pocket schedule right here for the month of March, and on the front is Joey Votto right there, can't miss him. Yeah, so inside it looks like we got a Reds pen, very cool. It says Reds right there in gray letters. Don't really know if you can see it. Yeah, cool Reds pen. And last but definitely not least, a very cool Cincinnati Reds beach ball. This one obviously is not blown up, but it says Spring Training Reds, Goodyear, Arizona. So a Cincinnati Reds beach ball. So if you're going down to a spring training in Goodyear, Arizona, make sure you bring the beach ball along with you. I don't know, maybe toss it with some of the players on the field. So that was the Red Spring Training swag bag, and then the Redsfest swag bag that you get every year when you go to Redsfest. I think it's only like the first couple thousand fans. This year it was 11,000. It's usually got coupons and stuff inside. This year's, I think this might be my all-time favorite Redsfest swag bag design that they've ever had. So with 2019 being the 150th anniversary of the Reds, they are capitalizing on that by featuring the 150th logo on all the merchandise they're giving out, and it looks fantastic. I love the way the logo looks, and they blew it up on the bag. So here's what it looks like. See, it says 150, established 1869, red stockings, the classic Reds logo on home plate with 2 baseball bats. And then it says Redsfest, and then Fox Sports Ohio and PNC Bank were 2 sponsors. But yeah, a great looking swag bag right there. I just love the design, especially the 150th logo being featured so prominently. And yeah, that was the swag bag. And then inside the swag bag, they have like coupons and stuff, but they also have the pocket schedule for this upcoming season. So here's what the pocket schedule looks like. It says Reds 2019 schedule. And then of course, if you unfold it all, you'll have the entire Reds schedule right on there. So yeah, basically your typical Reds pocket schedule. And then also inside was a free gift. Now the past year it's been like I've gotten socks, winter hats. Last year and a couple years ago they gave out an ornament. They gave out another ornament this year. It's a limited edition commemorative ornament that features the Reds 150th logo. So yeah, very cool. I will do an unboxing video of this, so stay tuned for that. But very cool ornament to celebrate 150 years of Major League Baseball's first professional team. And then you also got a lanyard. And this lanyard is it's red, has a Reds logo, and features the 150th anniversary logo on there as well. And they have this little plastic sleeve thing. If you bought like a print ticket for Redsfest, you would put it in here, which is what you usually do. But this year they actually did it through the MLB Ballpark app. So if you bought it through the app, you just got this free plastic sleeve to go along with your lanyard. So I got my ticket through my Reds Hall of Fame membership, and that too was through the app. So I got the lanyard and had nothing to put in there. But yeah, so that was pretty much all the stuff in the swag bag. And here is the what the program looked like. There's the cover, Redsfest, and then the 150th anniversary logo right there with a you can kind of see all the different Reds logos that they've had throughout the years, as well as the dates of Redsfest. And then inside, got a map of the Redsfest first floor, different autograph booths where they're located, different kind of stands, coupons for the different clubs that you can join, for like Reds Rookie Club or the Reds Heads Club. Schedule of stuff going on the main stage for Friday and Saturday. Picture of, I believe this is the very first ever Cincinnati Reds team, known as the Red Stockings back in the day right there. Open it up, different kind of stuff going on at Redsfest, Redsfest Bingo, Redsfest Poker, and yeah, very informative program, lets you know the different hours of stuff and who's scheduled to appear. Not everybody on this actually appeared, but it's just when they print it who said they would be there. And then also on this page, or not this page, this page right here, you can see the Pick 6 Plan oversized Joey Votto bobblehead and Mr. Redleg Snowman bobblehead that they're doing this year. The Pick 6 Plan, Pick 6 tickets or 6 games or whatever, you get that free oversized Joey Votto bobblehead. And if you do the holiday gift pack, you get the Mr. Redleg Snowman bobblehead, which looks pretty cool. I also managed to get a Reds autograph book. I think it's from like a PNC Bank stand. So it came with the Sharpie, it's got the mustache, Mr. Redleg's mustache on there, has the Reds logo, and it's just a bunch of plain white pages inside. So if you casual fan didn't have anything to get autographed, you just grab one of these books and have players and coaches sign that. And then I also got a free print edition of the Reds Report with it looks like Michael Lorenzen on the front cover. So yeah, very cool, very informative actually. If you're a Reds fan, try and get one of these. They have a lot of good articles in there. And I think that pretty much sums up all the free stuff I got from Redsfest. So now the main attraction, the autographs. That's why I love going to Redsfest so much. You actually get to meet new players, past players, current players, get their autographs. You can bring cards, pictures, bobbleheads. I bring baseballs personally because I love just getting baseball signed. Also, I find it a lot easier than bringing like a bobblehead or something. Plus, I love how the way an autographed baseball looks in a baseball cube. Can't beat that. So, day one, when I first got there, they sent out they're supposed to send out a text message of who's going to be at what autograph booth. And for some reason, all weekend, the messages were being sent out like 5-10 minutes after they were announced on screen. They have a bunch of screens throughout Redsfest, and they cycle through who's at what booth, either the photo booth or the autograph booths. And for some reason, the text messages were not being sent out on time. So on day two, they actually started just posting it on Twitter, which made it a lot easier. But for day one, there's a big time delay of who's going to be where. So luckily, I was still making my way through the line just to get in. So I kind of had an idea of who was going to be where. And by the time I got in there, I think Jose Peraza, I really wanted his autograph, current red. His line, I think, was already full by the time I got in there. But luckily, there were two minor leaguers, TJ Friedel and James Herget, who were actually right next to the entrance in autograph line B. And I obviously didn't have any of their autographs, so I decided to hop in at TJ Friedel's line first. And Friedel signed my baseball right here, right on the sweet spot. Good looking signature right there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Friedel is the highest non-drafted signing in baseball history. Pretty solid. And the Reds signed him, I want to say this past year. Then after that, I hopped over to James Herget booth, and he signed my baseball on a sweet spot as well. You can see his autograph right there in blue ink. Well, after that, pretty much just waiting around to see who would be next. And as I said, there was a big time delay of who was going to be sent, or who was signing in the text messages that Reds were supposed to be sending out. So luckily, I was the booths that Herget and Friedel were in. That was the closest booth I was in, and Rob Dibble was announced for the booth where Friedel was in. I just saw his name pop up on the screen right next to the booth I was standing at, so I just hopped right in line. It's like, Rob Dibble won the Nasty Boys 1990 World Series team. That's a big time guy. I need to get his autograph. So luckily, I was close enough, and I got his autograph on this baseball in blue ink. He signed it very nicely. See, Rob Dibble, 1990 World Series champion inscription right there. Very gorgeous looking autograph right there. So yeah, Rob Dibble on the sweet spot. But as I was waiting in line for Rob Dibble, and I finally got the text message, Hunter Green, the Reds' most hyped prospect of all time, was in the booth next to me, and his line was capped off immediately. So everybody who was standing by the Hunter Green booth popped right in that line as soon as it was announced and his name appeared on the screen. So I was kind of bummed that I did not get to get Hunter Green's autograph, because yeah, he was the most hyped prospect in a long time to feature on the cover of Sports Illustrated. The Reds had a hard time getting him to agree to a deal. I don't know if that's more him or his agent. I'll get to why I think that might be more his agent later. But yeah, so I was in Rob Dibble's line, and the Hunter Green line was filled immediately, as was the Rob Dibble, but everybody was like, gosh, why didn't they just send out the message in time? Because I was literally right next to the Hunter Green booth and that Rob Dibble booth. I mean, I could not be mad because Rob Dibble won the Nasty Boys in the 1990 World Series Championship team. Can't go wrong there. But Hunter Green really wanted to get his autograph. But yeah, so his line was full. So after I got Rob Dibble's autograph, I went over because I knew David Bell, the new Reds manager, was signing in a booth not too far away. So I went over and got David Bell's autograph. New Reds manager signed it right on the sweet spot in blue ink. That's what his signature looks like right there. And so yeah, I got his autograph, and you know, coaches, managers, unless they win like a World Series, typically aren't that packed at Redsfest. So I walked after I got David Bell. I knew Raleigh Eastup was signing in the Reds Hall of Fame, that Reds Hall of Fame booth. His line was already packed, so I went over and checked out Hunter Green, see maybe if I could possibly get his autograph if when he was done signing. And there was like the last two people in that line were he was signing for, and then some lady walked up and he signed for her, so I was like, okay, let's see if he'll sign for me. So I walked up and he looked at me and I said, one more please? He said, yeah, absolutely. So came over and he had to inscribe it to me, which is fine. I'm not going to sell any of these autographs, so inscribe it, make it personal. I love it. So here is Hunter Green's autograph right on the sweet spot. It says, to Ryan, Hunter Green. Very, very excited to get Hunter Green's autograph right there on that baseball. And I wasn't even supposed to get it. The line was capped off, and I later heard, I don't know how true this is, but he had to cap the line at 100 as opposed to 225 because he has to inscribe everything. I don't know if that's his agent telling him to do that so people can't sell his autograph, because this guy is like the most hyped prospect the Reds have had in a long time, like the most hyped prospect Major League Baseball has had in a long, long time. When he's on the mound, he's lights out, and when he's at the plate, he can blast the ball to the best of him. He's like a two-way star. The Reds are currently seeing what he can do as a pitcher right now, but yeah, Hunter Green's autograph right there on the baseball. Very, very excited to get that autograph right there. That was, to me, by far the crown jewel of Redsfest in terms of autographs I got was Hunter Green. And so that was the first 2 hours of Redsfest. And then the third hour on Friday, they introduced all the players, minor leaguers, coaches and stuff on the Redsfest center stage. So I went out, that was when my girlfriend got there. We kind of just walked around, checking out the different exhibits. And then the next session was announced once they got done introducing everybody, and it was Buddy Bell, Dave Miley, and Dave Bristol in one booth. That's where we went. And so yeah, here is Buddy Bell's autograph. Buddy Bell is David Bell's dad, a Cincinnati Reds legend, so he signed the baseball right there. And then also in that booth was, who did I say, Dave Miley, former Reds manager, I want to say from 03 to 05 maybe. So yeah, so there's Dave Miley's autograph right there on the sweet spot in blue ink. And then next to that, it was Dave Bristol, Reds manager, I want to say before Sparky Anderson became the Reds manager. And he signed the baseball on the sweet spot right there. Dave Bristol, number 4 in blue ink. So yeah, that was the next autograph session. And then, lucky for us, that was actually the same booth Rob Dibble was in. So I pretty much only hit that booth the entire time I was there. And then Jose Siri and Jose Garcia, 2 Reds minor leaguers, were announced. And they were actually in that same booth, so we just got right back in line. And I really wanted Jose Siri. He, for the Dayton Dragons, had like a 39-game hit streak that kind of ended in a Bush League way when the team they were playing refused to pitch to him. So that game, his hitting streak ended at 39 games because the team refused to pitch to him, which was very, very lame, but still an incredible accomplishment no matter what. So I did really want Jose Siri, who's one of our most well-known prospects, wanted his autograph. He signed it right there in blue ink on the sweet spot. Looks really good. So you kind of see he put a Siri right there. Yeah, Jose Siri, and blue ink right there. And then, as I said, Jose Garcia was also in that booth as well, so he signed it on the sweet spot for me right there. So that is Jose Garcia's autograph in blue ink. So after Jose Garcia, the next autograph signing was Jonathan India. Actually, that was the same time as Jose Siri and Jose Garcia. So here's a story. We were waiting in line for the Dave Bristol, Dave Miley, Buddy Bell. Well, they had Dave Bristol going first, and he's a pretty old dude, so he was going pretty slow signing his autographs. So we were stuck in this line for quite some time. And when we got out of line, saw that Jose Siri and Jose Garcia's name popped up on the screen, so we just got right back in line. And then I got text message alert as soon as we were like in line, and the line started forming behind us, that Jonathan India, the Reds' #1 draft pick this past year, was signing on the opposite side at autograph booth A. And I was mad, to put it lightly. I was like, gosh, if we just could have gotten out sooner, could have gone over to Jonathan India and gotten his autograph, because this guy, he's been pretty hyped too. Really want to get his autograph, or the Reds' #1 draft pick this past year. So my girlfriend, being as amazing as she is, came up with a genius idea that I don't know why I didn't think of this. She told me to give her a baseball, and she would go get his autograph for me while I got Siri and Garcia. I was like, that's genius. So I gave her a baseball, and she hustled all the way to the opposite side of the Redsfest area, and was like one of the last people to get in line before they cut it off. So props to her for getting me Jonathan India's autograph right there on the sweet spot. So yeah, very happy to get Jonathan India, and I got to thank my amazing girlfriend for making that happen. So thank you very much for giving me Jonathan India's autograph on that baseball right there on the sweet spot. So after Jonathan India, the next autograph we got was Hal Morris. Remember the 1990 World Series Championship Cincinnati Reds team? He signed this baseball for me in blue ink, again on the sweet spot. It says right there, Hal Morris. His number right there, 23. So yeah, very excited to get Hal Morris' autograph on that baseball. So yeah, that was part of day one. That was 12 autographs. I think I got 16 total on baseballs that day. So after the Hal Morris autograph, the next one was Brandon Finnegan, the current Reds pitcher, and he signed it for me right there in blue ink. See, Brandon Finnegan. He's been kind of getting hurt a lot. I think it was 2 years ago. He ended up hurting his shoulder jumping off a boat or something. And so he looked like he was going to be a pretty good pitcher, and then kind of had his ups and downs. So hopefully he bounces back. But no, Brandon Finnegan autograph, current Reds pitcher. Can't go wrong there on baseball. So that was Brandon Finnegan's signature. And then after Brandon Finnegan, the next one was Jeter Downs, another highly touted Reds prospect. This is one I wanted to get very, very much because, kind of mostly have all the current most of the current Reds that were available to sign at Redsfest, and I was really trying to target these highly touted Reds minor leaguers that we have, and Jeter Downs was one of them. Luckily, was able to get his signature on this baseball right here. So yeah, that's what Jeter Downs autograph looks like, right on the sweet spot. Looks very, very good. So very happy to get his autograph. And then after Jeter Downs, the next autograph I got was Stuart Fairchild. This was the last signing, the Jeter Downs one anyway. That was the last announced signing for day one. And so we went over to where Stuart Fairchild was signing another Reds minor leaguer, and his booth was already closed. Darn, can't get his. Hopefully he'd sign tomorrow, because it didn't look that full, but the Jeter Downs line filled up pretty quick, so we were stuck in there for a while. So I guess by the time we got over to the Stuart Fairchild line, it was already closed off. So we ended up walking around, and then I noticed this guy was talking to the people who had cut off the line, standing at the entrance, and they were cool about it. He was like, can we just let me in there, just one more autograph for the end of the night? And like, no, but if you sneak in, we're not gonna stop you. So the line's got these red curtains that separate the rails. So he's like, what? She said again, if you sneak in line, we won't stop you. So he just hopped under the little red curtain, got in line, got his autograph, and I looked at her and said, I did the same thing, and she just smiled. So I was like, all right. So under the curtain I went, got in line, and ended up getting a Stuart Fairchild's autograph on this baseball right here. So yeah, bonus autograph. I was not supposed to get, kind of green, but yeah, he signed it right there for me on the sweet spot. Very excited about that one. That was a Stuart Fairchild's autograph. And then after we got Fairchild, kind of walking around, David Fulcher was there. He was there to raise money for, I think, his MS Foundation. And if you made a $20 donation, he would sign a picture for you. So, it's David Fulcher, Bengals legend, and money went for a good cause. So, can't really not pass up getting David Fulcher's autograph when it goes to a good cause like that. So he signed this 8x11 for me. It says, to Ryan David Fulcher, 33, Boo Day. On this picture, it looks gorgeous. I love the way his signature turned out on this picture. I'm going to get this framed, but yeah, that is David Fulcher's autograph right there. And then we were walking around again when my girlfriend actually noticed that George Foster was at a booth. Big Red Machine legend, 1977 MVP. And unfortunately, I don't know why, but whenever he shows up at Redsfest, he's not included in the list of players that are signing. He always is part of his own little booth, and you have to pay to get his autograph. So it's $20, so it's not too bad. And I don't know how much longer George Foster is going to show up to these events, and he's a Reds legend, so can't really pass up getting George Foster's autograph. I wasn't sure if it was going to a charity or his pocket, but either way, I couldn't pass up not getting George Foster. So another shout out to my girlfriend for noticing George Foster. I was able to get him to sign this baseball for me in blue ink on the sweet spot. And that was the final autograph for day one. 16 autographed baseballs by current, future, and former Reds players, and then the David Forster autograph right there on that picture. Can't go wrong. It was a very, very good day in terms of autographs. The best day for Redsfest in terms of numbers autographs, and getting that Hunter Green autograph along with like Rob Dibble and Hal Morris, Gio Downs, Jonathan India. Just fantastic day in terms of autographs of who I got and how many I got. So 16 baseballs. That was a new Redsfest record for me. And yeah, so that was day 1. And day 2, actually before I went back up to Redsfest, I had to go get more baseballs because I only had 8 left. And it was a good thing I bought more baseballs, bought another 12-pack, because I'm getting 15 more autographs that day. So day 1, first autograph booth was Wandy Peralta, Leandro Santana, and Larry Lubers. Peralta is one of our current pitchers. Santana is a minor leaguer, and Larry Lubers is a guy I'd never even heard of. He was mentioned as one of the Reds alums. He's from the Cincinnati area. Pretty much had a cup of coffee in Major League Baseball. I think he was with the Reds in '93. They sent him back down, bounced around the minors, and he was with the Cardinals in '99, like the Reds in 2000, and that was it. So that's pretty much all I know about Larry Lubers. But so here's Wandy Peralta's autograph. As I said, current Reds pitcher, signed it right in the sweet spot in blue ink. And then after that was Santana, and he signed this autograph in blue as well. See his signature right there. And then after that was Lubers. Yes, here's Larry Lubers. Right there. Yeah, so that was the first booth of the day. Peralta, Santana, and Lubers. And then next was another Reds minor leaguer I really wanted to get. He's been this was Ibando Isabel. Very happy to get his. This was actually going on at the same time as the Lubers, Peralta, and Santana. So after I got them, I ran all the way to the back of the Redsfest area and got his signature right here on this baseball. Signed it in blue ink for me on the sweet spot. So that's Isabel's autograph right there. Then after him, they announced the next the next group of autograph sessions, and the one I got into was actually right next to the Isabel booth in the back. It was Tony Santillan or Santian and Curie Maya. So here is this is Santian's autograph right there in the top on blue ink, and then Maya's is right here again in blue ink. Yeah, that was the next autograph signing. And then after that, who was after that? It was Jesus Reyes. Yeah, that's right. So actually, Reyes was going on at the same time as the Maya and Santian. So ran back to the front, got Jesus Reyes autograph on this baseball right here. He was actually signing with Jackson Stevens. We already had Jackson Stevens autograph, so I just got Reyes, and he signed it for me right there on the baseball. Funny thing, after Redsfest, we went to we're going to go to this restaurant called Condados for dinner. It's a great tacos, by the way. Highly recommend checking them out. But as we were walking toward Condados from Redsfest, we were gonna cut through Fountain Square and then go down to the banks to get to the restaurant. Apparently, they had this Christmas thing they do. They had fireworks. Santa Claus was actually propelling down a building, which is pretty funny to see. And so Reyes was actually just walking in the middle of the street. No one knew who this guy was. I was like the only one who recognized. At some point in my girlfriend said, "Hey, that's Reyes walking there." So he was like hanging out in Fountain Square after Redsfest. And then we also saw Eugenio Suarez at Fountain Square too, I guess, to check out the fireworks and stuff. Again, no one really recognized him. I was the only one getting excited, like, whoa, Reyes, now Suarez. But yeah, no one recognized him. But yeah, Reyes and Suarez were at Fountain Square after Redsfest, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that was Reyes' autograph. And then once the next signing was announced, it was Raleigh Eastwick, former member of the Big Red Machine team. Was not able to get his the day before because his line was full, but luckily he was signing again yesterday, so got his autograph in blue ink on the sweet spot right there. Very happy the way that turned out. So Raleigh Eastwick signature right there. And then after Eastwick, we ended up going and getting the autograph of Tyler Stevenson, another Reds minor leaguer. He was in the same booth as Joe Oliver. Ended up getting Joe Oliver the previous time at Redsfest, so I just had Stevenson sign baseball for me. And Stevenson's signature is right here in blue ink. he signed that on the sweet spot right there. As most players were. I mean, they were asking if you want a sweet spot. They asked us, yeah, sure. I don't really care where they sign it. I think it looks better on the sweet spot. But most players were just signing on the sweet spot, even if they asked you if they did, which I'm fine with. So after Tyler Stevenson, we went and got in line for David Hernandez. This was the same time as the Stevenson autograph, so we were like one of the first ones in line for Stevenson. We thought we had plenty of time. So we went to the David Hernandez booth. He's a current Reds pitcher. He had a pretty solid year for us this past season. And it was Hernandez and Larry Lubers. And Lubers, I don't know why, he was like 10 minutes late. And I already had Lubers, so I didn't really care about getting his autograph. I just wanted David Hernandez's autograph. But because he was 10 minutes late, they couldn't start the signing until he got there, which was annoying. So he got there, and then we were just like going through the line very slowly. And this is, keep in mind, by the time we got there, it was like in line, 5 minutes had passed since the start of the signing because we got Tyler Stevenson. So by the time Lubers got over there, he was like 15 minutes late to his own signing, which was very, very annoying. So we weren't going to get out of line in time to see who was going to be the next announced signing. So my girlfriend, being the amazing trooper she is, I just gave her the baseball that she got David Hernandez to sign for me. I ducked out of line to see who would be up next. So here is David Hernandez's autograph right there in blue ink on the baseball. Very happy to get his signature. And it was actually a good thing we did that because the next announced signing was Taylor Trammell, one of the Reds' other top prospects. Like, I had a hit list of Reds minor leaguers I wanted to get signed. Hunter Green, Jonathan India, Jose Siri, Taylor Trammell. Managed to get them all, which I was very, very happy about. And that was because I got out of line. Knew that Taylor Trammell where he was going to be. And he ended up being the booth next to the Hernandez booth. And it was a good thing I hopped out because I was able to get in line, get in there plenty of time. And they cut his line off pretty quick too because it's Taylor Trammell. So I don't know if he has like a similar deal because he had to inscribe everything as well. So he wrote to Ryan, Taylor Trammell on there. Very happy the way this signature turned out. Looked great on a sweet spot. Very cool dude. And yeah, so very happy to get Taylor Trammell's autograph. But again, I don't know if it's like Hunter Green because he's Green's obviously our most hyped prospect. Trammell's pretty hyped too. So I don't know if he had to inscribe everything or just doing it to personalize it just because he wanted to. But yeah, very happy to get Taylor Trammell's autograph right there. Probably this one and Raleigh Eastick were the best from the second day for me. So that was Trammell's autograph. And then the next autograph was the last session of the day. Pretty much the only guy I didn't have from this batch of players was Matt Whistler. And his booth was the one right next to Taylor Trammell, so didn't have to walk too far. Just got in line for Matt Whistler's autograph, and he signed it for me right here in blue ink. Very happy the way that turned out. So yeah, that's the Matt Whistler autograph. And that was the last announced signing of Redsfest. Ended up just walking around, checking stuff out, and then ended up get 3 more autographs, ironically. There was a photo booth session going on. It was Tanner Rainey and Lucas Sims in there. So just, just thought I'd wait around and see if maybe they'll sign after their photo booth session's up. If not, it's no big deal. But they're kind enough to sign for me. So on this one, I got a Lucas Sims autograph. Signed it in red ink because I had a red pen on me, so they signed it in red on the sweet spot. Red legs red on the baseball, can't go wrong there. And then after that was Tanner Rainey right here. Very happy with the way that turned out. I think Rainey has a very nice signature and he signed it on the sweet spot. And then after that, I was putting my stuff away, and then this lady asked me if I could take her picture. I was like, yeah, sure. So she was standing next to one of the new Reds coaches, J.R. House. I'm like, whoa, okay, yeah, I'll take your picture. So I took their picture, and then I asked J.R. House if he could sign baseball for me. He said, yeah, sure, because I just took his picture. So he signed the baseball for me right there. So that is J.R. House's autograph in red on the baseball. And that was the last Reds autograph of Redsfest 2018 that I got. So I was very happy to get 3 bonus autographs once all the sessions had officially ended. So yeah, very, very eventful day. Very eventful 2 days actually at Redsfest 2018. And I also got this program signed by a bunch of players. So I think Joe Oliver's on there, Jose Siri's on there, Dave Bristol's on here. Just a bunch of different players, past, present, and future on here. And this is what I had them sign, if I already had them on a baseball, and if my girlfriend was with me in line, she had them sign this program. So yeah, pretty happy the way it turned out. It looks very good signed. We started doing this last time I was at Redsfest. If I already had them on a baseball, they would just sign the program. So gotta get this framed along with the David Fulcher autograph. But yeah, some more autographs on here. Joe Oliver's on here. Tyler Stevenson's on here. Very happy the way this signed Redsfest program turned out. And that was all the autographs I got from Redsfest 2018. If you liked this video, feel free to give a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, check out my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com. There's a link to that in the description below, as is a link to my Twitter account at cincyfanzone. Make sure you give that a follow. Yeah, that was all I got for you. Make sure you check out the links to my Redsfest vlogs, day 1 and day 2. Those, you can kind of see what Redsfest is like through those vlogs. And again, thank you very much to STH 2002 for the cards, Red Saint 63 for the bobblehead, and everybody who came up and talked to me at Redsfest and telling me how much I like myself. I really, truly appreciate it. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and go Red Legs.